recovery. Once again the cross, they could shoot, and it's in!
As that goes through, he gets inside and gets a shot past the goalkeeper. Wonderful work from Brad.
Malcolm on the right side, the shot and the goal!
Good evening and welcome to this UPSL Premier Midwest Central Conference game, this beautiful fall season 2025 between our hosts KS Wisloka of Chicago and guests TBD FC from Madison, Wisconsin. Delighted to be with you here at Redmond Park in Bensenville, Illinois, the suburbs of Chicago. It's a beautiful evening, 56, 57 degrees and sunny. Perfect for a wonderful game of competitive soccer. I'm your commentator this evening, Mark Turner, with you here with the Veta Media Company. Delighted to bring you this highly contested game at the business end of the season. This is where post-season is decided. Both of these teams still very much in the mix. Should make for a highly competitive and fascinating game in Illinois tonight. On screen, the team comparisons. As you can see, Wisloka are currently 4th in the division, TBD in 6th, so not much separating them, and their records are pretty comparable. Not much difference either in goals for, goals against, although Wisloka clearly having a bit of an edge offensively. Nice run though into the end of the season from TBD. That was until the last 2 matches, when things have rather stalled. They'll be anxious to secure the W tonight in the last regular season match. Again, securing them a place in the playoffs and as high of a seeding as they can secure. As the teams head to the centre circle, ready for the national anthem, we're going to have a quick look at the Midwest Central Conference. Some real heavy hitters in this particular division. It is also one of the larger divisions in UPSL as well. So these teams only playing each other once versus the standard home and away twice you get in the other conferences.
Please stand up for the USA and Poland anthem.
Well, with ceremonies concluded and that rather magnificent-looking Wisloka mascot waving as he heads off the field, the two teams get familiar with one another and with the officials as they head to their sides of the field. We'll give you the starting 11. First of all, KS Wisloka Chicago. In goal, number 31, Konrad Zidzik. Number 2, Calvin Glotz. Number 20, Adam Piastula. Number 69, Gabriel Majoka. Number 18, Jared Pieta. Number 8, Mike Piachotta. Number 10, Gregors Sarniecki. Number 23, Michael Zaflarski. Number 7, Oleg Melnik. Number 6, Eric Rozansky. And number 17, Lucas Solka. And for TBD FC, in goal, number 1, Sullivan Schwitzers. Number 10, Matabishi Campbell. Number 7, Miguel Conde Guo. Number 14, Jacob Lang. Number 12, Natan Lidukova. Number 18, Davis Nelson. Number 22, Samuka Torre. Number 23, Ruben Fent. Number 20, Jake Gross. Number 13, Dixon Iga. And number 6, Abdu Jang. Host Wisloka in the rather attractive looking gold and black trim jerseys going from left to right in the first half. TBD FC in the white shirts, black shorts, quite naturally going from right to left this first period. Again, excited to bring you this UPSL Premier Midwest Central Conference game. Last one of the regular season. Postseason beckons for both teams. Ending tonight's result, and we are underway. Wisloka getting an early sight on goal, and a good save as well from Schwitters in the TBD goal. Mistake in the heart of the TBD defence, not clearing. Snapshot from Solka. Got it on target. We didn't get the power he was looking for. Schwitters put to work early doors. Delighted to smother that early effort. TBD settling nicely on the ball. Thought they'd won themselves a free kick. I thought perhaps they had two. Didn't seem to be any reason for the TBD player to go down. He got away from his man, but I think he caught cleats on the heel or on the ankle. Certainly appears to be in some discomfort. Maybe we can see that back on a replay here in a moment. Referee, though, very close to the incident, deciding there was no infringement, and the game continued. Injured player back on his feet, walking rather gingerly, but at least seems able to carry on. Getting a quick replay there. Yeah, there was definitely a little contact, and again, there was no reason for that player to go down. So the referee decided he just twisted an ankle or something. Anyway, regardless, game back underway. Wisloka in possession. Only momentarily though, TBD doing a great job in the heart of midfield to win that ball back. Looking at options now, which aren't too many. And their hesitancy causes them to lose the ball. Again, Wisloka in possession. They now looking for their options rather than slamming the ball upfield, decide to slot it inside. Now they ping it out to the wing. Might be asking a bit much of the winger on this occasion though. Goal kick for TBD. As you can see, it is a beautiful night here in the Chicagoan suburbs. You can see from the flag in the shot. We have a little bit of wind. It's not overly breezy. It's about 56, 57 degrees, bright sunlight. Two of my favourite places in America, duking it out this evening. I absolutely love Chicago. It's my favourite big city in all of America. I was there just last week. Never have a bad time in Chicago. And then I also have a soft spot for Madison, Wisconsin as well. An adorable little college town in the heart of Wisconsin. Two cities about 150 miles apart. At 2.5 hours windshield time for TBD this evening, getting to Chicago. First corner of the match in the first 5 minutes. And it's our host, Wisloka, looking to deliver the ball, create some danger. It's short though to the front post. There's a teammate who gets on the end of it, only enough to deflect it back to the original deliverer. TBD clearing again. Second corner of the game. Wisloka going to hit that front post again, or they're going to go a little deeper this time? And they do go deeper, way deeper. They head it back though, across the goal and out of play. Well, two more different corners you could not wish to see. The first one near and on the ground in the front post. Second asking a lot of defenders on the back post. Neither yielding a shot on target on this occasion. TBD with the goal kick. Nice flick on. Little ball over the top of the defence. Excellent work though from Zizik in the host's goal. TBD trying to get him behind the fullbacks on this occasion. And again, Zizik on his toes and responding to that accordingly. Wisloka cutting down the left-hand side. Only two bodies to aim for in the middle of the box. Doesn't find either of them with that cross. Schwitter's gathering it in. A little bit of probing going on from both teams. Early doors, first 7 minutes. Significant opportunity falling to Wisloka in the first 30 seconds. Maybe came a little too early for them. Not able to make the most of defensive slip. Schwitter's able to gather the ball up without too much panic. Since then, it really has been end-to-end, a little bit of probing, but nothing significant. Ball into the box now, though, from Wisloka. Very well cleared. Well, I was about to say very well cleared out, as it was a first-time clearance from TBD, but ended up not being cleared, but it did end up dropping into the goalkeeper's hands, so either way, TBD able to breathe a sigh of relief. Only momentarily though, the hosts again back on the ball. This time down the right-hand side, tucking it inside. Trying to create a little space for the cross. Inside, instead deciding to come back. Cross from deep. And that's going to go out. High, wide, and not at all handsome, as we say in the trade. Lovely driven ball from out the left back. Wisloka trying to find their right winger, TBD, intercepting. And now they're having to come under a little pressure in defence. As you can see, we have a little bit of a crowd here in Chicago. It's always nice to witness. It's probably a mix of fans as well. There may even be some that have travelled from Madison. Although I'm sure the bulk of them are loyal Wisloka fans, anxious to see their team win tonight and head into the playoffs with 3 points freshly garnered. Wisloka currently sitting fourth in the Midwest Central Conference. Oh, good interception there. Dallying on the ball from TBD, but there's not much to aim for. This could be a one-man effort, and it's a good start from Schwitters. Really nice work from the Wisloka captain, Zaniecki. Again, not able to generate a ton of power on that shot, but he got it on frame, and it clearly was hard enough that it caused Schwitters to bat it away rather than try to gather it in, leading to this corner, which Wisloka decide to play short, and they'll earn themselves another corner. We'll circle back to standings and all that means here in just a moment, but for right now, let's stay with the action here at the corner. There's some singing and chanting going on, which is lovely to hear. Good ball into the box while headed out from TBD. Nice snapshot! Oh, that was a really good shot. And it was Zaniecki, who's already proven himself to be a little dangerous, who did not hesitate. Ball drops. He is fully airborne. Not sure if Schwitter's got a hand on that or not. Evidently he did. It's another corner from Wisloka. This is a good period of pressure from the home team. It's now their third corner in a row. Ball is the box again, once ahead, headed out by TBD. It's the home team in possession. It's asking a lot of a teammate. Able to get there though. Good hassle from Rosansky. TBD looking to break down the left-hand side. Nice interception, though. In the Wisloka defence. Again, this really has been end-to-end stuff. Pretty breathless these first 12 minutes.
Don't worry about the... Yeah. And I know how to do the score, so...
Both goalkeepers have been called into action, but TBD is definitely the busier of the two. So I mentioned that Wisloka are in fourth in the Midwest Central Conference. TBD tucked in just behind them in fifth. TBD on the ball now, trying to tuck it into the on-rushing path of a striker. not able to do so on this occasion. There's very little separating the two teams. Points-wise, it's just a single point. Wisloka on 17 points, TBD on 16. Visitors now with a corner. I think it's their first of the night. Arm goes up, ball goes in. Excellent work from the hosts. Strong header, clearing the ball out. But TBD back in possession. Trying to create another opportunity rapidly. They win themselves a throw-in the process.
Pardon? Oh yeah. I do for majority of the teams in the UPSL. By sheer luck. Seriously, by sheer luck.
A draw this evening really doesn't do much for either team.
I normally do photographs.
Quite frankly,
I do the sports.
a victory doesn't do very much for Wisloka. It just strengthens their position in fourth.
Videographer.
They're currently 4 points behind third, so they're not able to go up a place. But obviously it would be nice to take momentum into the postseason. So they will still be anxious to win this evening. Take that winning feeling into the playoffs.
Matic never wanted to call me up.
TBD though, they have a little more to play for.
So
Again, a tie, as I mentioned earlier, a tie doesn't do much for either team, but if TBD were able to get a victory on the road this evening, they would then leapfrog Wisloka, and they would conclude the regular season in fourth spot, with the hosts this evening dropping into fifth place. So there is a little jeopardy this evening. It's not huge. One team really playing for momentum. The other one playing for a slightly better seeding position.
don't know because they didn't send me a contract.
But either way, both teams want to be playing their best soccer
Going UPSL rated.
as they head into the playoffs.
Okay. I love it. Thank you very much. I can see that corner now. Yay.
Wisloka trying to swing the ball out to the right-hand side and do so. That's a really nice pass to Rosanski.
Zoom wasn't big enough.
He rolls it back to his fullback, but TBD read that pass a mile off. Nice interception. And they get a little untidy themselves, and Wisloka back in possession.
The mirrorless cameras are good. They are good, but for recording
Again, spraying the ball out to the right-hand side.
sports games like this.
Rosanski happy to gather it in, but he and his teammate down that right-hand channel just not on the same wavelength quite yet. Good hustle from Conde Guo, but he does tend to hold on to the ball just a little too long this evening, and he has had his pocket picked on more than one occasion. I think perhaps Wisloka are getting a sense of that and maybe starting to swarm him a little bit. He's back on the ball now, does a better job there of getting it out of his feet. And there again, first time distribution. That's a lot tidier from Conde Guo.
So I don't have to go away from the game or anything like that.
Wisloka do like these long diagonals. There is hitting the right channel or the left.
I don't have a favorite, to be honest with you.
Their MO seems to be to drop that ball in behind the TBD defence, get their wingers on the bikes,
I don't trust anybody with my equipment.
and then have the rest of the team follow the ball upfield and create a high press situation.
As it is, so.
Great touch there, ball comes inside. It's Rosanski who rolls it back. Nice strong hit. It's on the crossbar! And the follow-up just over. Zaniecki, who has been the most dangerous player on the field by far in this opening 18 minutes, almost opens his goal-scoring account this evening. Again, what a technique. Schwitter's nowhere near it. Follow-up awkward. Ball was bouncing up and away from the striker. Not able really to get his technique right, not able to get his knee over the ball, but my word, that original strike from Zarniecki, that was pretty. Pretty darned close to opening the scoring this evening too.
Being solo is nice. And
Zarniecki on the ball now, getting dragged to the ground. Referee sees that infringement. Pretty straightforward.
since I got a Monday through Friday job, this is just, you know, gas in the pocket. Amateur job.
Ball inside. Wisloka, they tuck it back outside. It's intercepted on the way through, resulting in a throw-in.
The sun's still there. For another 20 minutes and they'll be gone. Thank God.
Wisloka with an opportunity here. Oh, and a snapshot just wide. The referee's blown his whistle, but I'm not sure what he's calling. If that's a foul, it's a penalty, and now maybe the referee's indicating that it is indeed a penalty. There's a period of pressure, ball comes back. The shot wasn't the greatest. The striker got hit in the aftermath. I think it was Sulka who went down under a pretty heavy challenge. The ball had gone. So the referee's either calling for a penalty kick there or a free kick. Looks to me like the ball was in the box. Well, it looks like it's a corner, which I'm just thoroughly confused by. Unless the referee did not see an infringement, which is shocking to me. There is no doubt that Sulka was knocked to the ground after his shot had gone wide. But all Wisloka get is a corner. Into the box. Header down. TBD trying to clear. Another opportunity! And we have our opening goal of the evening. Well struck shot from Wisloka. If we let this replay roll on a little bit, I can get you a shirt number and tell you who that was. It looks like it was number 23. Zaflarski.
Well, this shot's on goal.
One 0 to the hosts. They have been the more dangerous of the two teams. It's been a pretty evenly balanced match, but if only through Zarniecki, Wisloka have presented more of an offensive threat this evening. It is they who have the breakthrough. 21 minutes into the match. If you're enjoying tonight's game, and how could you not be, this highly contested Midwest Central Conference game, with a great goal gracing it, then do check out other UPSL league matches and indeed playoff matches. This fall season, UPSL is the country's largest pro development league. Hundreds of games a season. Lots of high quality professional soccer. To learn more, check them out at UPSL Soccer on all your social media feeds. TBD riding a heavy challenge, pinging the ball out to the left-hand side. Managing to skip away from that tackle. Well, they There was arms and legs flying around there everywhere. I'm not sure what the referee's calling there. He seems to be confused himself. He's looking over at his linesman. Did he give a penalty? Seemed to have like 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, and I think he's decided it's a corner, which is probably the right call after he gave a corner to Wisloka a few minutes ago, and I thought maybe there was something more in that. Yeah, I don't really see anything there, but then I'm also not sure how it's a corner unless he feels as though the Wisloka player took the ball out of play moments earlier.
What's going on here?
This is highly confusing.
Sebastian, what's going on, man?
Players are getting a touch frustrated, and I can't really blame them.
I wish Sebastian would have a freaking intercom for me. Damn it.
We've gone from not being sure if it's a penalty kick to being told it was a corner kick to ultimately being told it's a goal kick. Or actually, I think, a free kick. All of the kicks. Made our way through the kick carousel. Anyway, Wisloka back in possession. TBD intercepting. It was like Conde Guo is a one-man army in the middle of TBD's midfield. Wayward header, giving the ball back to Wisloka. Big little triangles and one-touch football.
Both teams are in the playoffs. Wisloka is just fighting for a better seed. But TBD has the 6th seed. So both teams are in the playoffs either way.
Zaniecki, again at the heart of everything. Long ball driven into the back post. Could have been incredibly dangerous. Found its man. That man did not find the frame.
Would have been a great game if
Said the ball goes out for a goal kick.
played last night, lost.
25 minutes into the match.
A life.
KS Wisloka Chicago leading by a goal to nil over TBD FC of Madison, Wisconsin. Good header from Solka. Solka tries to drive it into the centre of the TBD defence and find a teammate instead. He earns his team a corner. Excellent endeavour from Lucas Solka. And it's he who takes the corner quickly. Wisloka trying to get an advantage here. Again, chipping the ball into that back post. TBD able to clear on this occasion, but not fully. Wisloka back in possession and in fact earned themselves a free kick. Awkward defending from TBD, compounded by more awkward defending. And then they're finally able to clear the ball out, but not connect with a teammate. Throw into the hosts.
Playoffs. Well, next weekend is the playoffs. So the 1st and 2nd seed, which is Black Cap and Chicago Nation, have the first round bye. And then I think Wisloka is going to be playing, depending if they win, I'm assuming they're going to win today. They're going to play the 6th seed, which is TBD again. And they're going to be playing here next Friday on Halloween.
Wisloka again being very patient, waiting for an opening. Happy to roll the ball back to defence. Astonished to see Zaniecki in the heart of the Wisloka defence.
And then Berger is going to be playing.
Perhaps he is a centre-back, but he's wearing number 10 on his back, and he's certainly been the most attacking player for the hosts this evening.
Brown Lake Evolution.
Perhaps he's just dropping in there to receive the ball. I'm confident he must be a central midfielder of some description. he seems to be drifting about wherever he wants. And good for him, I say, because, as I said before, he has been the most dangerous player on the pitch so far this evening, so whatever he's doing is working for him and his team. Although it was Aflarski who ultimately opened the goal scoring on the 21st minute. Clean snapshot, zipping past Schwitters in the TBD goal. TBD are very much in this game, very competitive and combative, but they are struggling to construct anything offensively.
Oh my God.
Just not able to quite put it together just yet. A couple of moments early on in the half, but as the half's worn on, Wisloka have definitely become the more dominant of the two teams. Again, not a particularly confident clearance from TBD. Wisloka back in possession again.
I like this location and I like college page because you're up higher so you can see a whole lot better. But Libertyville where Round Lake Evolution plays sometimes, because everything's so low, you can't get, and they don't have anything like this either. But over there it's kind of nice because the internet is really good. Here sucks. This location here, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's the airport and you gotta keep certain frequencies away from the airport.
Which has been called into action. Long ball out from the goalkeeper. Doesn't find a teammate. Hosts back in possession. TBD looking a little bit ragged at this moment in time. I'd be so curious to know what TBD stands for in this context. Obviously, in general usage, TBD is to be determined. Perhaps that's what the acronym means here. If you're a curious cat like me, you'll hit the Googles to try and figure it out for yourself. Unfortunately, that doesn't reveal too much. It's just going to remain a mystery for the time being. They're one of the newer teams in the Midwest Central, so maybe TBD does mean exactly what we think it means. Perhaps they haven't settled on a club name yet. Actually kind of a neat idea. Again, I'm not suggesting this is the case here, but it actually is kind of a neat idea, isn't it? Start a team, play a season, see what the attributes and the character of the team are, what comes through. And then based on that, pick a name. Maybe that's the way to go about doing it. Number 3, Zadkoaz for Wisloka. There's a pretty striking resemblance to an English Premier League footballer. Actually, I think he's plying his trade in the Championship now. A gentleman by the name of Ross Barkley. Made some appearances for the England men's national team, as well as for Everton, Luton, Aston Villa, I want to say. Anyway, yeah. Could be related. So while you're on Google looking up TBD, look up Ross Barkley. See if you agree with me. Anyway, back to proceedings here. Is TBD in possession? Doing a nice job of riding that tackle. Spreading the ball out to the right-hand side. But again, all too easy for the Wisloka defence. So like the look of Czarniecki. He just reminds me of, he's a very archetypal, one of those sort of diminutive squat players. You know, they're small but they're stocky, and they can come out on either foot, and they roll their marker so well, and they're so difficult to slow down. He has a sort of shades of not Granit Xhaka. You know what? Let me come back to that. As Wisloka looking to get him behind the TBD defence. Shaqiri, that's who I was going for. He has shades of Shaqiri about him. Look at him, he's a little pit bull. He's a pit bull with technique, and he wins the ball back. And now Wisloka looking to counter the other way. I appreciate it. I'm living a commentator fantasy here, name checking Ross Barkley and Shaqiri. Shaqiri? Shaqiri. Definitely shouldn't confuse those two. Another corner again for Wisloka. I've lost count now of how many this is. Maybe in double figures at this point. 35 minutes into the game. The hosts still leading by a goal to nil. Yeah, not clearing the front post. Corners haven't been of the highest quality so far this evening. The takers not quite finding their groove yet. Excellent long throw. Finds the goal scorer. Jaflaski, who rolls it out to the right-hand side. Wisloka deciding to maintain possession rather than pump the ball forward aimlessly. TBD sitting deep though, making it difficult to break them down. Good one-touch football from the hosts. The Chicagoans prodding, poking, swinging the ball from left to right, trying to create space and an opportunity for a shot on goal. Excellent sliding tackle again from Slavaski, who wins the ball back. Some nice give and go. Until the ball is gone, but it doesn't go too far. Wisloka winning it back again very quickly. Only a point separates these two teams, but there is a gulf between them this evening as this first half has rolled on. Wisloka definitely the more dominant two clubs, but TBD now looking to break down the right-hand side. They do have numbers. They have strength on the ball as well. Bit of a scuffed effort though into the middle of the box, making it easy for the Wisloka defence to come away with it. It's that man again, Czarniecki, dropping a beautifully weighted pass into that right-hand channel. Do need support though, and they have it. Solka doing a nice job of earning his team a throw-in. Nice turn. And ball across the box, well intercepted by TBD. It's a nice football there. Rosanski pirouetting and dragging the ball with him, and drilling a low cross into the box, acquiring an interception from TBD. Stretched out leg from Jake Gross, resulting in this corner. Corner into the middle of the box. Schwitter's got hands on it, but wasn't able to claim it. It was probably the best corner of the half so far. He was under pressure. I don't think he was being impeded. Just not able to get to the ball quite. Surely has to be a free kick. Well, the referee's playing on because Wisloka remain in possession. Urieta looking at his options. Playing 1-2s with Shavalovsky before the ball finds its way out to the left-hand side. Again, great patience from Wisloka. We've got bodies. Just got to pick the right option. Long ball into the back post. Oh, almost picking out the right fullback. Our friend Ross Barkley raises his hand to say thanks for the cross. Not quite able to get on the end of it though. Good effort though. At least a good attempt. I do like how Wisloka mix things up. They can play the little triangles. They also look at those long diagonal balls from deep. They will look at those quick switches as well in the final third. Definitely keeping TBD on their toes. TBD with a long throwing, getting themselves a free kick. It was an unceremonious bundling to the ground. Fent, number 23, did a good job of peeling away from his man. And he got knocked to the ground for his troubles. But it is he who stands over the free kick now. A little over 4 minutes remaining in this half. Plus any stoppage. Fent, ball into the box, headed away. Comes back to a TBD player. It's Jeng. Cutting and bobbing and weaving. Tries to find a teammate instead. It's a free kick for Wisloka. Again, another of those long diagonal balls. Oh, wow, that was taken down beautifully from Rosanski. Gets around his man. Ball into the box. Oh, narrowly over the head of Selka, who was skulking. That was a fantastic long diagonal ball out the defence. And what a touch from Rosanski. Selka really only had to get the merest of touches on that ball to guide it goalward. It was fractionally too high for him. TBD now at the other end. Being marshalled and win themselves a corner. Here again we see Rosanski with that touch. Rolls his man. Beautiful little dink into the box. Oh, I actually think either Selka went up a little too early or just didn't get his feet right because he didn't really get the launch he was looking for there. I think that was a near perfect cross from Rosanski. Selka probably would like that back. Well, we have a corner in now coming down with snow on it. And that's easy enough for Zidzik.
Just looking at the stairs for Mom.
Good hustle from Jeng, keeping the ball in for TBD, but then a teammate gives the ball up. And Wisloka are back in possession again, as they have been for the bulk of this half. The team from Chicago, already 1 goal to the good. And very much on the hunt for their second of the night. Several really impressive performances from the Chicagoans in the first half. Ziarniecki, for me, the pick of the bunch, just edging out. Zavlarski, Rozansky. Volka's been pretty busy as well. He's been in and around things. Pretty solid first half performance from the home team. And they've won themselves yet another corner. Melnick delivering deep into the heart of the TBD defence, and really Wisloka should have made more of that. The ball dropped largely uncontested, right in the heart of the defence. Look at that. Urieta not able to get a touch. Surely would have taken it goalward. TBD now trying to play their way out the back. Moving dangerously, but doing well with it. Nice work from Kambali. A little ungainly, does Kambali, but he seems to have great balance. Been twisting and turning, kind of going both ways all night. As has that young man, Conde Guo. It's no end product yet, but there may be one now. Or fair shoulder barge, goal kick. 2 strong players going shoulder to shoulder there.
Should be off.
Now TBD are asking for something, but nothing doing. That was fair.
Okay.
That was heavy, but TBD come away with the ball and the referee decides to continue play. This may be an opportunity if there's not an offside flag. And evidently there is. And Guo thought he had got him behind the defence and was rounding himself up. Get a shot on frame. Zizic though with nothing to do. The flag had already gone up. So now we are into added time. Playing at the referee's discretion at this point. And we have an offside the other way.
No. It has to go from 45 up. So I gotta,
Well, as we get ready to head into the halftime break, just want to remind you, if you're enjoying tonight's game, do check out UPSL at UPSL Soccer on all of the social media channels. UPSL is the country's largest professional development league. Conde Guo on the ball. Oh, gets his pocket picked a little bit there. And Saniecki, forever composed, helping Wisloka come away with the ball. Do check out UPSL. There are a ton of games still to go this fall season. And they're about to get super juicy because we're heading into playoffs.
That's half.
And that is your first half in this UPSL Premier Midwest Central Conference game. Hosts KS Wisloka Chicago, leading TBD FC of Madison, Wisconsin by a score of 1-0. We're going to take a quick halftime break. Look forward to rejoining you at the resumption of this game for the second half. Still all to play for in this hotly contested Midwest Central Conference match. Thank you for rejoining us. We're checking out the first half highlights. A very early opportunity, perhaps a little too early, falling to Sulka, not able to make the most of that. And then a excellent shot from Sarzniecki, palmed away by Schwitters in the TBD goal. Wisloka definitely having the best of it. Again, another effort from Sarzniecki there, and then this one ringing the crossbar. He seems absolutely desperate to score today, and who would bet against him doing so? He hasn't yet, though. That honor instead falling to one of his teammates. His header finding its way out to Saflarski, who blasted it through a crowded box, opening the scoring, and so far the only goal of the half, giving Wisloka the lead. A couple of other moments in that first half. Some excellent work down the right-hand side from Rozanski. Opportunity missed there by Urieta. TBD had a couple of glances of their own at the other end, but really nothing of any major significance. They'll definitely be hoping to do better in this second period. As it stands, though, it is the hosts with the lead. It is the hosts in the driving seat. Chicagoans currently holding fourth spot, and that is how the league table will finish if the result remains the same. TBD will just have to settle for fifth place. But now there's just 1 point between them. Obviously that gap would extend to 4 points. Not that it really has a bearing on anything, other than just solidifying Wisloka's fourth place spot. So we're ready to get the second half underway here in the Chicagoan suburbs. It's TBD kicking us off in the white shirts, black shorts, going from left to right on your screen. Our hosts of Wisloka in the gold and black trim jerseys, black shorts, going from right to left. Early touch for Zizek in the Wisloka goal, albeit just to roll it out for a free kick, following the offside from TBD. What do TBD need to do in this half to get a foothold? They've done a pretty good job of competing and pressing. They struggle with a little bit is in this attacking third. Not really able to put anything together. And that's another example of them just not quite being on the same wavelength. Or if two players are looking to try and connect, the execution being shoddy. TBD need to tighten that up if they're going to breach this Wisloka defence. Bring the game back to level pegging. Wisloka, on their part, probably just more of the same. They were very composed in that first half, and as the half wore on, they settled into it more and more, really dominating possession, and as we saw from the halftime highlights reel, the majority of the attacking opportunities as well. Right now they're in the driving seat, and they really don't have to do too much more. But if they play in the second half like they did in the first, there's every chance they'll extend their lead and secure the W this evening. Lots with the ball down the left-hand side. Really good one into the channel, actually. Can there be a delivery into the box now that they can deliver on? There was a good delivery, but not the finish. Lovely run down the left-hand side. Pichotta. Wasn't Pichotta, my apologies. I thought that was a number 9 on the back of the jersey. Excuse me, a number 8 on the back of the jersey. It was actually a number 9. Which meant that ball was drilled across the face of the goal by Knapp. Patrick Knapp, who I'm assuming must have come on at half-time. He wasn't in our starting 11. So within the first few minutes, he's already announced himself. Pacey left winger. Clearly a good eye for delivering an inviting ball into the box. Wisloka not able to make the most of it on that occasion, and now they turn the ball over, but they win it back again. What has become all too familiar clumsiness from TBD, although they may have the opportunity now to break in behind the defence. They do, it's a shot on goal, it's a block, it's another block, it's a third block. And then some defensive work as well. Excellent goalkeeping by Zizek. 3 stops. And the Wisloka goalkeeper, this one, that one, and then once again, directing it away from a striker's feet, giving his defenders an opportunity to recover, and ultimately kick the ball out for a corner. Brave goalkeeping from Konrad Zizek in the Wisloka goal. Ruben Fent stood over the ball for TBD. Referee just taking care of some business in the middle of the box, making sure that players aren't grabbing each other. Nice ball in from Fent. Referee spotted an infringement, and it's a free kick to the hosts. Well, that is the busiest that Konrad Zizek has been in the Wisloka goal. He really showed up for the home team in that moment. An excellent first stop, an excellent second stop, and then aware enough to throw out a hand and just managed to direct the ball fractionally away from TBD striker, so he wasn't able to get a clean shot. Instead, he had to square the ball for a teammate, and that allowed the Wisloka defence to get back and ultimately clear the danger. Excellent work. And the Wisloka goalkeeper. Wisloka now on the attack. Looking to try and make headway down the right-hand side. Getting held up. May yet still have an opportunity to deliver. Not on this occasion. Goal kick to TBD. So pretty spicy opening 5 minutes in the second half here. Wisloka continuing to threaten, but TBD having inarguably their best opportunity of the entire game in the opening few minutes of this second period. Yeah, TBD very comfortable and confident in handling the ball in their defensive third, and even in this middle third to a large extent. So when they hit that attacking third, they've been struggling to connect the passes. Good ball into the box. Ooh, well gathered in though by Zizek to make sure that he smothered that. There's a striker lurking on the back post for TBD. Wisloka goalkeeper though, as composed as he has been all evening. Referee might call this back for a free kick. He is. That's good refereeing. Frustration from Glotz, who got knocked to the floor. The referee at the time played advantage, wanting to see if Wisloka might be able to throw through a dangerous pass, create an opportunity for an attempt on goal. They weren't, and so, quite rightly, he called the play back. Free kick to the home team. Urieta stood over it. Thinking ball into the front, and a header on! Oh, and so nearly the second goal of the game. And I think it was the goal scorer, Zaflarski, getting on the end of it. Just ran out, completely unmarked. Each whitters to the ball. And he must be so happy that one of his defenders was able to get back, clear that goal-bound effort. Otherwise, it was 2-0. Smart thinking from Urieta and Slavarsky, combining nicely there, catching Schwitters in no man's land. This little flick from TBD. Again, though, not able to make that final pass. Wisloka trying to break out, getting forced back. Savlarsky having more and more of an influence on this game. A dink over the top. That's asking a lot. Nap out on the right hand side. Long ball, Zizek able to clear that without too much fuss. Very alert for a goalkeeper who hasn't had a whole heck of a lot to do in this game so far. Obviously, he had a moment where he had to step up early in the second half and did so. But by and large, the rest of his night has been pretty rudimentary. He is always on his toes, ready to help his team. 10 minutes of the half, the score remains 1-0 in favour of the hosts, Wisloka Chicago over TBD FC. A TBD player on the ground. Took a knock by looks of things, nothing too serious though. Back up and at 'em. Ruben Fent, the dead ball specialist for TBD, once more over this free kick. We're going to find a teammate's head. That comes in too low, and Wisloka able to clear. Battling from TBD, clearing their lines, and now looking to break. Oh, not able to get that final pass through. Gosh, you have to imagine the TBD FC coach pulling his hair out just a little bit. His team are trying to do all the right things. That final ball just isn't quite there yet this evening. Warning signs though for Wisloka. Going to do that young man a favour and say absolutely nothing about that attempt on goal. Instead, I'm just going to remind all of our viewers and listeners that this is a professional development league, and these young men are in the early stages of their pro soccer career. You're not making mistakes, you're not trying. Wisloka with one of those long raking passes Diagonally out to the far side again. Intercepted on this occasion. Drilled back in. Headed away, but not convincingly. They may win themselves a free kick there. That was Savlaski. Gets a little pat. And Dixon Igger. Igger knows he got all man, no ball on that occasion. Surprised he didn't get a yellow card there. I don't advocate for cards, and I'm not advocating for one here, but it was a foul right on the edge of the box. Didn't get anything of the ball. Wouldn't have been wholly surprising to see the referee draw a yellow card. I don't think we've had any yellow cards this game so far, though. We're an hour in, so that's great. Certainly has been a competitive game, but the referee has deemed it on the right side of the line all evening so far. Knapp stood over the ball, most likely taker. It is Knapp. And it is Knapp who finds the bottom post. Goal number 2 for Wisloka, and it comes from their sub. Number 9, Patrick Knapp. No fuss whatsoever. He barely even celebrates. There's where he wants to put it. Paints that corner. Little fist bump. And it's 2-0 to the hosts.
Strzelcem gola 2-0 został piłkarz grający z numerem 9.
Well, if you're enjoying tonight's game in this UPL fall season 2025, be sure to check out your social channels and hit up UPSL Soccer
Dziękuję.
for more information on all things UPSL, including the playoffs, which are on our doorstep. It was like only yesterday that we concluded the spring season, and yet here we are getting ready to head into the playoffs. So again, at UPSL Soccer is where you'll get all your playoff information, so you don't miss a minute of the exciting conclusion to this fall season. Half an hour still to go in this contest. By no means over as a contest. TBD, if they were able to score a goal, would very much put the cat among the pigeons. You have to imagine if Wisloka are able to score a third, I think we probably could consider it game over. Really nice turn there from Kilar. Slides the ball down the left-hand side to Knapp, the other substitute who just scored a few moments ago. Knapp tucking the ball back to Pristula. Pristula switches it to the far side. Savlaski touching it back. Ball into the box, missed by TBD, then missed by Wisloka. TBD finally able to clear. Got to give props to Wisloka. They've brought on at least 2, maybe 3 subs I'm seeing out there on the field. Does not seem to have affected the rhythm of their game one iota. Clearly a very strong club with a very deep roster. Should stand them in good stead for the playoffs. Nice turn from TBD. Good hustle though. Savlaski, the referee decides he was a little too enthusiastic, and that's our first yellow card of the evening. One seemed pretty innocuous to me. Maybe the referee just remembered, hey, I have cards in my pocket. Let me flash a couple of these. Either way, Savlaski now has a goal and a yellow card to his name. Ball in the box, well headed out, good work from Glotz. TBD back in possession though. Jeng swinging it to the far side. Excellent defending from Pustula. TBD making a sub. Lidakova going off. Let's see who's going on yet. TBD would throw some white numbers on those black shorts. That would be fantastic. Maybe a note for next season, guys. Help a commentator out. Looks like Kwaka have made another sub of their own. Nice battling. TBD trying to create that opportunity to get a shot off. Swarmed out of it though by Wisloka, and they now are looking to break. The ball down the right hand side. I think it was Kila who was trying to get away with it. Stopped in his tracks, but wins his team a throw-in in the process. Great hustle. Good tackling, Wisloka. I think it was Savarsky, and he's still battling his way through. Goodness gracious. Great tenacity. Home team midfielder. Strong boy too. One to slow down. Here's the box, header and goal. Very straightforward. Ball in. Pretty routine header. Goalkeeper no chance. Try and get you a replay on that so we can determine who the goal scorer is. So much to our production team at Veda Media. And I can tell you it's number 9. That's the second goal for Nap. This is why you work with Veda Media. They are the best in this. So a brace for Nap. 1 goal for Savarsky. 3 goals for KS Wisloka Chicago. And you have to imagine now, as dominant as they've been this evening, this game is over as a contest with about 23 minutes still to go. TBD aren't going to have that kind of mindset, of course. They're still going to push forward and try and get themselves a shot. And finally they do have a shot, but not on target. Sails over the crossbar harmlessly. It's been a pretty dominant performance from the home team, particularly when you consider before tonight's match, only 1 point separated these two teams. But there's no doubt that the Chicagoans have been the better of the two teams this evening. The scoreboard alone shows you that, but balance of their play, their possession, composure on the ball, the number of chances they've created. In this second half, they have been clinical. TBD in a pocket and trying to find a way through, and I feel terrible continuing to say this, but that really has been the problem for TBD all night. That final ball, the quality of it just hasn't been there. But if they do have hopes of going deep in the playoffs, they're going to need to address that. And perhaps they're missing a few players this evening. I mentioned these teams are only separated by a point before tonight's game, so maybe that suggests that TBD are missing a few players who may return for the playoffs. Perhaps look like a slightly different team. The way they're playing tonight, though, I'm going to suggest they're going to struggle to make too much in the way of progress in post-season. One over the top, does reach a TBD player. So we have flares going off already. I mentioned I thought this game was pretty much over as a contest at this point, and evidently the Wisloka fans agree with me. Out come the flares already. I think that's the first time I've seen flares in UPSL. Certainly for a league game. You see all kind of chicanery happening in the playoffs, but certainly in a league game. I think I might be starting to grow rather fond of this team. Like their City. Their play tonight has been outstanding. They've scored some great goals. They do have a rather natty uniform as well. And fans who like to let off flares. What's not to like about Wisloka? Few more subs. Great opportunity to give some other players a run out. Nice ball inside channel. Oh, nice little pass to the central defence as well. Not able quite to bring the ball under their spell. Again, good football from the home team. TBD once again probing and trying to find that shot, and they do get a shot, but again blocked out. This time it comes to a TBD player though, maybe a second bite at the cherry. Blocked again. Good attempt at a croqueta. Fouled in the process. TBD free kick. Referee deciding that Glotz needs a bit more of a talking to. Not happy with the Wisloka number 2. With that done, free kick into the box and just over the bar. Zizic had it well covered. No danger for the home team. Not sure if that was a shot on target or he was trying to bend it in for a teammate to connect at the back post. And characteristically sloppy of Wisloka in defence. TBD matching them in that clumsiness and giving up a throw-in to the home team. Wisloka, again, characteristically patient on the ball. Great in possession. Lots of options. Oh, not quite able to make the connection there. Awfully close, though. Wisloka trying to draw out TBD. Obviously, if TBD want to get anything from this game, they've got to get a goal on the board quickly. You get a sense that Wisloka are playing to that a little bit. Lovely back heel, maybe a chance to get a shot here. Just narrowly wide, and you can see the TBD players falling to the ground and holding their heads. And that may have been the goal of the evening. It's a gorgeous back heel from Conde Guo. But the shot narrowly wide is Ruben Fent. Did all the right things, aiming for that back post. Just fractionally outside of it. Great ball from left to right, and back into the box. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. But if that's all TBD, have to take the 2.5 hours back to Madison, Wisconsin with them. They could be proud of it at least. I wish I could get you a goal scorer, but the young man won't turn around. It's almost impossible to make out the numbers on the back of their jerseys from this distance. It's heartbreaking, honestly. I'd love to be able to give props to that goal scorer. Nevertheless, what execution. Really one for the highlight reel. Lovely raking ball from left to right. And those balls have really been missing their mark all night for TBD, but on this occasion they were able to gather them in. It was Conde Guo on the right-hand side then who drilled a good ball into the box. There was still work to do. And that's when that fabulous technique was displayed. Zidzik in the Wisloka goal. A mere spectator on that occasion. Really nothing he could do there. Great improvisation, great execution. TBD at least have something to show for their efforts this evening. As Wisloka once again though in possession and high up the field. Now looking for a hat-trick, not able to tippy-toe his way. His TBD bodyguard on that occasion. Now TBD are breaking at the other end of the field. Nice stout defending though from the home team. Only momentarily though, TBD now back in possession with more bodies further up the field. All inside or almost inside, trying to find Fent. And the give and go. Benton's been one of the bright spots for TBD this evening. Popping up all over the place. Very busy. Just turning straight into trouble. And now Wisloka doing likewise. They do at least maintain possession of the ball, or do they? No, they don't. Was a little unnecessary. Referee might flash a yellow card for that. Ball being booted away by a Wisloka player. And obviously time isn't on TBD's side right now. Well, with 10 minutes left to go in the half, it's time enough for me to remind you not to miss a single minute of UPSL playoff soccer. Starts next week, folks. You want to catch as many games as you possibly can. For all the information, check out the largest professional development soccer league in the United States on your social media channels at UPSL Soccer.
Proszę Państwa, zapraszamy bardzo serdecznie do kupowania zapiekanek. Przypominamy, że każda zakupiona zapiekanka to pomoc dla Wisłoki Chicago. Także bardzo serdecznie wiem, że może troszeczkę długo trzeba czekać na nie i tak dalej, ale to jest taka malutka cegiełka dla Wisłoki. Także zapraszamy bardzo. Ladies and gentlemen, please buy the zapiekankas. And we have a free coffee over here behind me. Yep. For the people who get cold.
Zapiekanki muszą być za darmo.
And also, it's gonna be some sandwiches. If somebody don't wanna zapiekanka, zapraszamy, kanapki, pan prezes rozpocznie przyniesie. Kawa, zapiekanki, no to tylko na Wisłoce, proszę Państwa. Ladies and gentlemen, over here next to the coffee, it's some sandwiches. If somebody don't wanna pay for the zapiekanka, you feel free to come here and get a sandwich.
Raiding the ball in midfield. Seems like neither team really want it right now.
Yeah, ma.
Wisloka coming away with it ultimately, and then it goes back to TBD. And now it is TBD. Going to create something down the left-hand side. Cavalry comes to support. It's intercepted. And now Wisloka looking to break away. Tired legs out there by the looks of things. I think both teams know, even at 3-1, probably not much at stake. As I said at the top of the broadcast, a draw does nothing for either team. Wisloka are just playing for momentum. Whether they get 1 point or 3 points tonight, their position doesn't change. They finish the regular league season of 4th. So a draw doesn't do them any favours, but it doesn't do TBD any favours either. They would have to win to see any kind of movement in their final league placings. They would climb above Wisloka in that situation. Switching places with them. It does seem unlikely. It would require 3 goals from TBD in the remaining 6.5 minutes or so. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not happening. Would make for a heck of a finale, though, wouldn't it? Despite the spelling, which suggests that KS Wisloka Chicago should be pronounced KS Wisloka Chicago. I did a little homework. Wanted to make sure I got the pronunciation correct. I hope I'm close. Thereabouts at least. Funny story, I actually have a Polish friend. I have a Serbian friend as well, so both of them with family from the Eastern Bloc, and neither had any idea how to pronounce the name of the team properly. So they were a little used to me. One has a name that ends in I, the other one that ends in C. You'd have thought they'd have had some clue, but no, they cut me adrift. No help whatsoever. So for those fans of KS Wisloka, I do hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I at least did my homework in an effort to try and honour your team's name. And again, the mystery continues in regards to TBD. Any TBD fans watching this broadcast, please do hit us up at Veda Media. Tell us the origins of your team's name, or if it's an acronym, what it stands for. Ball into the box, headed down, gathered up by Zidzik. Good corner, but the header straight at Wisloka goalkeeper.
Także naprawdę zapraszamy, bo bez naszych kibiców to ciężko się chłopakom gra, także bardzo prosimy o wsparcie, bardzo prosimy. Ja wiem, że będzie troszeczkę może coraz zimniej, ale można się cieplej ubrać i przychodzić ciągle na mecze. Dzięki Misiek.
3.5 minutes remaining. Wisloka just seeing the game out now. Both teams with eyes firmly on the playoffs. Nice footwork. And Kambali. Ball doesn't go very far. There's some help from a teammate in the end and finally able to clear. Once again, Wisloka gathering the ball back up. Only to lose it again. Definitely got a little bit fragmented this game in the last 10 minutes or so. Neither team really able to hold on to possession. Other than that, though, it has been an entertaining match. Pretty close contest. Most of the first half, just the one goal separating the two teams. Wisloka really being the better team throughout. But as far as taking advantage of their opportunities, well, the second half was when they got really clinical. Three good goals from them, but arguably the pick of the bunch from TBD. Surely nothing more than a consolation at this point, but a pretty one nonetheless.
W imieniu pana prezesa, całego zarządu dziękujemy państwu.
Joka just connecting with his teammate and then making himself available out wide, ball finding its way back to him. Very deep for the left winger. Slots the ball inside.
Tak jak mówię, proszę obserwować nasze media społecznościowe, bo to jeszcze nie jest koniec sezonu, ostatni mecz, ale przed nami play-offy.
And TBD score again and maybe make an interesting finale for us all. Wisloka with other ideas. Potts giving the ball up rather unnecessarily. He's already in a yellow card. He's getting a little handsy and needs to be careful. And that could be a second, and if it is... Well, maybe Glotz didn't receive a yellow card earlier. I thought he did. Certainly got a talking to from the referee earlier. But Glotz had picked up a yellow card earlier in the match. That might be what the officials are checking, actually. So unnecessary. Calvin Glotz most certainly has a yellow card to his name. Just the one, it would seem. I know that Saflarski picked one up earlier. Anyway, it's by the by. Free kick for TBD. We're now into added on time. Don't imagine there'll be a ton of that. Good ball into the box. Nice header out though. Oh, acrobatic bicycle kick. Lots of familiar giant clearing the ball out, but some excellent work. Maybe a final opportunity for one more goal, and surely that's got to be a free kick or a penalty kick. The referee said the ball was won. I'll take your word for it, sir. The referee wanting to talk to Majoka, in fact, give him a yellow card. I don't know if it was Majoka who was pulled to the ground, but he had something to say about it regardless, and the referee not appreciating those opinions. Oh, hello, and now a ball into the field. It feels like it's all getting unnecessarily chippy. As the referee is blown for full time and TBD were expecting a free kick. And we have another yellow card. Players just talking themselves into the book, left, right and centre. As a coach, that is one of the most infuriating things you can see. Confident they're not happy on the sidelines right now. Players aren't making it easy on this referee, but the referee's not really making it easy on himself either. Players do just want to get on with the game. Particularly the TBD players. Time is not their friend at this point. Excellent ball swung out to the left though. Not quite sure what that touch was in aid of. He's happy to watch it out. I do like the hustle from TBD. Like I say, they have to win this game for it to do anything meaningful to their final league position. Any other result is neither here nor there, but they continue to hustle. As a coach, that is something you love to see. There's certainly been an abundance of that today. Great shot across the goal. Zizic blocks it. not able to follow up. May have been a little contact in there. Nobody's asking for anything. Good turn, shot, Zidzik with the block. That's where I thought there was a little contact. Again, none of the TBD players asking for anything. Game continues. Getting ready to head into our 5th minute of extra time. Not sure where the referee's finding this time from, but we roll on. Let's bring down here on the right hand side. Good feet, and that ball will go behind. Zidzik will take his own sweet time, and this may end up being the last kick of the match. Zidzik decides to go short, and generally speaking, referees won't whistle on that. Nice work, Wisloka. They've done a really good job this evening of keeping it neat and tidy. A couple of patches in the game where things have gotten a little bitty. By and large, they played a pretty tight match. And will win this match, and will certainly deserve to do so. No doubt they've been the better of the two teams this evening in just about every metric. And that is game in this UPSL Premier Midwest Central Conference match, the last of the regular league season. KS Wisloka Chicago cementing the 4th spot and a higher seed in the playoffs. TBD FC having to settle for 5th, losing this evening by a score of 3-1. Hosts were pretty dominant all night. Took them 21 minutes though to register their opener. Corner finding its way out to Silvarsky. Straight-legged snapshot. A crowded box. That was 1-0. That was all the goal scoring in the first half. It wasn't until the substitute, number 9, Knapp. And after this tantalising free kick over the wall and into the back of the net, it was Knapp again, this time with a header, extending the lead to 3-0. For TBD, secured a consolation. Some good work out from left to right. That ball into the box. Some wonderful improvisation. TBD at least have something for the highlight reel. Although I doubt it'll be too much of a consolation. Both teams, though, head into the playoffs. This is lovely to see. Wisloka's team celebrating with their fans, and likewise. Final score here at Redmond Park in Bensonville, Illinois, 3-1 to the home team. I've been your commentator, Mark Turner, here with the Veta Media production crew. It's been a pleasure, and you have a great rest of your evening. Good night.
Martin, Nico Coletti with the recovery. Once again the cross. They could shoot, and it's in!
As that goes round, he gets inside and gets a shot past the goalkeeper. Wonderful work from Brad.
Malcolm on the right side. The shot!